What a game. What a game. There's nothing else that needs to be said. What a game. A game of emotion. A game of insane. Just insane. Like, just everything was insane. What an insane game. Probably the craziest game I've watched in a long time in terms of just emotion, the adrenaline. That was insane. Some games will never hit as hard as games against the other big six, especially Chelsea, especially me. Well, Chelsea not as much anymore, but Chelsea before, Liverpool, Man City, Man U, just because I hate them so much, Spurs, just because I hate them so much. Those games hit like crack, especially when we win. That game hit like crack cocaine of the highest order. But point is what a game. What a game. We honestly there were a few questionable decisions in that game, like there always is, just because that's how it always is. That's just how the top. That's just how the Premier League is. There's always questionable decisions, but from start to end, we dominated that game. And when I mean dominate. They had spells, of course. Every team, especially an elite team like Liverpool, is going to have a spell. You're ground out there, ground whatever. But we showed them. It felt like levels. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I know they're 2 points ahead of us, but it felt like we showed them levels. That's what it felt like. It felt like we showed them, yeah, without Salah, which you're not gonna have next season most likely. This ain't it. And I know obviously there are, like, yeah, we had injuries, they had injuries, true, fair, and they had their best player out. So, like, yeah, that's fair. But we had one of our best players out too. But anyway, fair. They had injuries, we had injuries, but they had more injuries, or more important injuries, I would say. But Trent still started. Everyone you would say still started that would normally start. The only real missing piece was Sabazlai and Trent. I mean, and Salah, I believe. And two big missing pieces, but Sabazlai mainly because of his press, and then Salah because it's Salah. But either way, the the point is that what a game, and we deservedly won that game. 100%. Let's talk about the goals. I mean, they had their bozo goal, we had our bozo goal. It cancels out. First goal, before the first goal, actually, Saka should have scored that header, that Martinelli cross, and that header. Saka should have scored. But then Saka makes up for it by scoring. Havertz gets put through. I forgot by who. I think it was Odegaard, but I forgot. Gets put through. And like Havertz does, he misses. Good chance, but he misses. But Saka comes, follows up, and bags. And that's all that matters. I don't even care about Havertz missing, because that chance led to that goal. And if he missed, he missed. It is what it is. But we scored, and that's all that matters to me. Scored, boom, done. That's first goal. Then that Bozo mistake. Who do I blame? Do I blame Gabriel? Do I blame Raya? It doesn't really matter. I would probably blame Raya more so, but as I watch it more and more, I do see this, like, more people, or I do see why people blame Saliba more. Um, Honestly, I don't really care anymore now because we won, but yeah, you put the blame on both of them. Whoever you put majority on doesn't really matter. I put it on Raya. Some people put it on Saliba. Some people put it on Gabriel, which is weird, but who cares? I don't really care. Saliba should be stronger. Raya should go and pick up the ball. Saliba should clear it. All three things true. Anyway, so they get this jammy goal, Diaz jammy goal, Gabriel own goal, whatever. It is what it is. And then we get our own jammy goal. I think Gabriel plays a long ball. Yeah, Gabriel plays a long ball to Martinelli. Martinelli's running in behind, and he's just pressing, to be honest. He's doing the same thing Diaz does. He's just relentlessly pressing. He presses Van Dijk. Van Dijk kind of, like, Allison comes rushing forward for no reason, really. I think he collides. He misses the ball, then collides with Van Dijk. Martinelli's wide open. He just passes the ball into the net, and before he even goes and he starts celebrating, everybody starts celebrating, which is the funniest thing of all time. But yep, that's 2-1. Big goal, big game. And then after that, yeah, we honestly do kind of just try to control the game a little bit more, kind of go into a deeper block, whatever. We were trying to see the game out. And then Trossard, oh my goodness, I don't know who gives the ball to Trossard, but Trossard in the 91st minute. First of all, I was confused about that Martinelli substitution anyway. Martinelli was such a threat. I was like, why are we subbing on Martinelli? Biggest threat of the game. But we sub him off. Trossard comes on, and that goal, amazing. Absolutely dusts Elliot, and I forgot who it was, but dusts both of them, specifically Elliot, dusts them, goes. He looks up. You see him look up multiple times. Looks up. No one there. But what does he do? He goes and he just coolly puts it with his left foot through Alisson's legs. That hits Van Dijk's Van Dijk a little bit, but realistically, it was that was where it was like such a slight ricochet. You could see that the angle that it was going didn't really change that much. It was a slight ricochet, but still hits Van Dijk slightly, but still goes in, and that's a Trossard goal for sure. Goes through Alisson's legs, and that's 3-1. That's done, dusted. Honestly, I know Liverpool fans will talk about the red card. We'll talk about the weird. Well, like there were a few weird instances in that game, like few refereeing decisions. But are we gonna speak about that every game or are we not? Right? Like that's just like an every game thing now. It was that a second yellow? I don't think so. Was that a penalty on Havertz? I don't think so. I feel like that Konate second yellow was a little bit rough, but if we're being honest, like, would that change the game? Would they have won? They probably wouldn't have conceded that third one, but would they have won? I don't really think so. They weren't really threatening us the whole game. They didn't deserve to win. The team that deserved to win won the game. But yeah, obviously they'd be upset by that red card. When we look at the players that performed really well, Saka performed well. Odegaard performed well. Everyone in the back four performed well. Raya performed well. Obviously, Saliba and Raya being the worst of the team, but everybody performed well. But when you're talking about standouts, you're talking about Jorginho, who's come in for very few games this season, but always has looked good. Besides that Spurs game, I think was that this season or last season? I don't remember. I think that was this season. Yeah, besides that Spurs game, but that was because Rice not being there as well. But whatever. So yeah, Jorginho's been good in almost every game he's played, and this game especially amazing. Havertz, amazing. Let's be real here, we don't win this game without him as a striker. Amazing. Did so well against Konate, against Van Dijk in the duels. Progressed the ball so many times, created so many chances just by driving with the ball. It was insane. That was the best Kai Havertz I've seen ever. Like ever while watching him in the Premier League. That was the best I've ever seen him. Amazing game by him. Amazing game by Declan Rice, winning all the duels. Jorginho controlling the midfield. Amazing. And Martinelli, amazing performance. What a threat. And Trossard came on, did his thing as well. Good game from him. Reece Nelson, just worked hard, didn't really do too much. Kivior, decent game. Everybody had a decent, good game. But the standouts, Martinelli, Jorginho, Rice, Havertz, and then you'd see probably Trossard and Saka as well, but I would say they're like a step below, and then a step below that is like the rest of the team. But what a game, what a performance. 2 points in it, 2 points from off the top. Yeah, City have 2 games in hand, so that probably means that City, if City win both games, which you expect them to, they're 3 points clear at the top. All that means is that there's 1 game in it. It's a 1 game swing from first to third, and that's what we'd like to see. Start already still heating up. It's amazing. And we're in it. We are in it, and we can win it. Will we? I don't know. I'm not a psychic. I can't see the future. But are we in it to win it? For sure.